You always imagine what when you die or the moment you die will look like. I don't think there's any imagination that can completely capture the actual moment. So he hit me, and the last thing I remember was when he hit me, I just gave up. And then I remember siren noises. So apparently I was put in a road safety vehicle. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ezine and it's really nice to have you watching me again today. I don't take it for granted. So today I'm just here to tell you a story or share my experience with you guys, because I feel like, we're getting to know each other, right? So this is part of who I am, so I might as well share. So on the day you'll be watching this will probably be 8th December. I'm not sure when I'm going to put this out, but I intend to put it out on the anniversary of this motor accident. So 5 years ago, 8th December 2017, I was involved in a ghastly motor accident. Now, for those who know me, you know that I started driving very early. I started driving I learned to drive when I was 15 years, and I officially started driving at 16 years. My parents made sure to teach me early when they noticed I was really interested. So I've been driving for a while. Now, fast forward to when I was about 22 years. My parents live in another region, in the northern part of Nigeria. They lived in the northern part of Nigeria, and we are from the eastern part. So to get to the eastern part of Nigeria, you have to either go by air or take a 10 to 12 hour drive. And so as young as 22 years, I started driving them across the country. And then when I got married, because of the nature of my husband's job, he had to be traveling a lot. So that meant to bridge the gap, we had to be traveling a lot. And so when he's not traveling to come see me, I had to travel to go see him. My point is, I learned to drive early, and I would drive a lot. Usually I drive 10 to 12 hours quite effortlessly. I get to where I need to get to and I'm not so tired. So driving wasn't new to me. Now fast forward to 2017, I just moved to a new city. I had an event coming up. My best friend was going to get married that year, December. So I had to take my clothes to the tailors to make. So that was 2 days after my birthday. I was driving to go meet someone up, and then we were supposed to go from her house to the tailor's place. And lo and behold, as I was driving, there was a bend, and so it's not a dual lane road, it was a single lane road. So cars come obviously from the other side while I was going this way. So now a bus, I think it was an 18-seater bus, was coming this way, and it was a bend. So the driver assumed there was nobody on my lane. So the driver was coming through my lane head on, and I was coming on my lane. Because it was a bend, we didn't see each other. So when I saw him, my first instinct was to clear off of the road for him, which I started to do. But then I look to this side and I see that there is a big ditch. So if I'm clearing up the road, I will be falling into the ditch. So in that nanosecond, I cleared off the road, tried to clear up the road, saw the ditch, was coming back to my lane, but he couldn't control his car in time. So he hit me from the passenger side. I don't know if I explained this. All of this happened within the twinkling of an eye, you guys. You know how you always imagine what death will look like? You always imagine what when you die or the moment you die will look like? I don't think there's any imagination that can completely capture the actual moment. That's one thing I learned from that experience. And so he hit me, and the last thing I remember was when he hit me, I just, what's the word I'm looking for? I just gave up. Gave up in the sense that I'm like, okay, so whatever will happen now, God, whatever will happen next. And then I lost consciousness. And then I wake up, and I honestly, apparently I didn't open my eye, but I was feeling pains in my body. So that pain forced me to wake up. I was feeling pains. It's crazy. I can't, I hope this video was a good idea. So I'm regaining consciousness, and I'm feeling so much pain, and I'm feeling like I'm being yanked, like they're trying to pull me out of the car. So apparently my car had turned around and spun and probably somersaulted, and gotten into one side of the road, and they were trying to pull me out. I looked so bloody. They probably, I don't know what they thought, but they were trying to drag me out of the car, and I was in so much pain. And then I think I reacted. I don't remember the exact details, but I think I reacted, and I hear someone say she's in pain, she's wearing her seat belt. So it turns out they didn't look to see if I was wearing the seat belt before they tried to pull me out. So they were pulling me with the seat belt, and because of all the impact of the accident, the seat belt tried to hold me back from feeling the full impact, maybe probably diving out of the car. So it gave me bruises all over. I'm going to try to show pictures if I can. I need to warn you ahead of time, it may not look really good, but I may try, or maybe not. I may blur them, I don't know, let's see. Anyway, so I was just in pain, and then I remember blacking out again, and then I remember siren noises. So apparently I was put in a road safety vehicle. If you don't know what road safety is, they are called the Federal Road Safety Corps. It's a corps in Nigeria that is in charge of roads, vehicle worthiness, road worthiness, and all of that. They are in charge of driver's license and all of that. So they were around the corner apparently when I had the accident, so they were invited to come and take me and other people affected to the hospital. So I remember lying flat on the floor in their vehicle. It was an open van. Obviously it was a Hilux type thing, so it was like where I was an open space, but in a moving vehicle. And then I wake up and I look around and I see that someone is holding my head down, apparently, so I don't try to jerk up. Then I black out again. And I remember being in the hospital. I don't even want to bore you with the hospital details, but I remember being in the hospital. I remember waking up in the hospital, hearing voices, hearing the doctors say she's losing so much blood. Just hearing, it was like a wave. You wake up, I would wake up, just hear a few statements here and there, and then I'll go back to blackness or blackout or whatever. And then I remember my husband comes in, and I'm hearing my husband tell somebody else, nothing will happen to her, nothing will happen to her. It was so emotional for me, and that's when I knew I had to be strong. Nothing will happen to her. So when I heard my husband saying that, I remembered my parents. I remember, if my husband is this worried, my mom is going to be double as worried. And so I fight to stay awake. And I think that worked, because I remember I called my husband and I asked him if my mom knew. And he said, yes, she was aware and she wanted to talk to me. So my husband's sister is also in the room, and she calls my mom. Okay, she says, my mom says she wants to see a picture of me. She didn't believe I was still alive, because when they told her I had an accident, she just thought I was dead. And then my sister-in-law sent a picture. She said she wanted to send a picture to my mom. So my first thought, which is usually my first thought around the people I care about, is I don't want them to panic about me. I don't want them to worry about me. I don't want to be the reason anybody's sad or panicking. So I gave a peace sign. I remember very clearly. I just said, okay, my mom sees me do this, she'll know that at least I'm conscious enough to do this. It means it's not so bad. So I remember giving the peace sign, and then she took the pictures. We were in the teaching hospital, and then my husband didn't like the care that was given to me at the time. In fact, they had started talking about plastic surgery. My eyes, there were glasses inside my eye. There was glasses, shattered glasses. Can you see? All over my hands. I don't think I'm even showing you guys properly. Yep. Yeah, all over my hand. There were so many things. If I lift up my arms, you see keloids. There was just so much happened, guys. In my body, there's scars here and there. Anyway, so all of this happened, and they are talking about plastic surgery because this eye looked really bad. It was totally closed at the time, and they said they were scared that it was damaged, because glasses, they were picking glass particles in it. So they said they needed to do a plastic surgery to take skin from somewhere, and it was just a whole mess. And my husband wasn't comfortable with that. He said it was too soon to start to do all of that, so he took me to a different hospital. I don't mean for this video to be so long, but later I go ahead to find out someone died in the car, in the other car. And then people were surprised that I came out of the car I came out of. I'm going to leave a picture of my car on the screen. My cute little baby car. It was the first car I got when I started working. I love that car so much, so much. Anyway, I'm just thankful for life today. I'm grateful to be alive. I do not take it for granted. Did I say that 8th December is 2 days after my birthday? So imagine, I can't even begin to tell you guys the entire story. I got some spiritual kind of visitation 2 days before the accident, the night of my birthday. And I went ahead to think, okay, God loves me so much and I'm getting this strange presence in my room, you know, 2 nights before my birthday. 2 nights before the accident. I didn't realize an accident was coming, so I thought it was just based on my birthday. So the night of my birthday, maybe I'll tell you guys a story another day. My first encounter with angels. I had never seen angels since then. I had never seen angels prior to then. But I saw 2 angels in my room on the night of my birthday. I was lying beside my husband and I asked him, can you see them? And he says he can't see anybody. Anyway, like I said, story for another day. We're trying to keep this video short and simple. The whole idea of this video is just to say I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so thankful that I am alive. You don't understand these things until you experience it. It was a terrible thing to wish even on your enemies. There were iron piercings here and there in my body. There was just so much going on. The next months of recovery were tough, but because I had beautiful people around me, it was also not as tough as it would have been if I had to go through it alone. I'm just thankful to be alive. It's been 5 years. So much has happened in the 5 years. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be alive. And you guys just say a prayer of thanks for me in the comment section, because God came through for me. God came through for me. It could have been a different story. If you look at the car I was in, the only part of that car that looks sane is the spot I was sitting in. That's like a major miracle. It's just the seat I sat on that looks sane in the entire car. So I'm really grateful, like I've said a million times, and I can't thank God enough. I just thought to share this with you guys because I mean, we're now family, right? So we share everything, well, almost everything. Thank you all for watching, and let me know if you've had an accident. What was your experience like? How did you feel? Do you have any loved ones who have been in motor accidents? Let me know. Do you believe in angels? Let's talk about that a bit. Have you seen angels before? Do you believe in them? Do you believe they are a thing, or do you believe they are a myth? Meanwhile, check out my shirts. I had to wear these Beauty for Ashes shirts. I mean, why not? Bye guys.